Tonight, a rising star in Florida politics is dead, and her husband charged with her murder. Stephen Bowen was arrested Wednesday after police say they found the body of his wife, Nancy, at their home. Nancy Bowen was the vice mayor of Coral Springs, Florida.
Hi, I am Commissioner Nancy Mateer. I carry each of you in my heart every day. Your love, your support, and your encouragement are what brought me to this moment. Growing up right here in Coral Springs, I never imagined that one day I would have the honor of standing before you as the first Black and Haitian American woman on this commission. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for holding me accountable. And thank you for being my family. Coral Springs is my heart, my pride, and my home. And together, let's continue to push forward, to dream big, and to build a future we can all be proud of.
April 1st, 2026. Coral Springs, Florida. City Commission members file into the chamber for their morning meeting, but one seat remains empty. Nancy Mateer Bowen, Vice Mayor, 38 years old, missing, no phone calls, no text messages, no explanation. Her colleagues grow worried. They try reaching her. Nothing. They contact her husband, Stephen. His answer? I haven't seen her. Something is very wrong. Let me tell you who Nancy Mateer Bowen was. In 2020, she made history. She became the first Black and Haitian American woman ever elected to the Coral Springs City Commission, a groundbreaker, a voice for communities that had long been overlooked. 2024, she won re-election. Then, she was appointed vice mayor for a second term. Nancy wasn't just maintaining her seat. She was eyeing bigger things, a congressional run. Her trajectory was only going up.
Our second honoree tonight is none other than Nancy Mateer Bowen for her outstanding commitment and service to our community. Joining us to present this award are none other than my big brother, Kurm Wahid, co-founder of Mgage, and Riaz Merchant, president of Mgage. Gentlemen, please join in escorting our next honoree up to the stage, Nancy Mateer Bowen. Our second honoree tonight is the Vice Mayor of Coral Springs, Madam Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer Bowen. Please give a Cosmos round of welcome to our second honoree tonight. Let's give it up.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you, but how can I go after Rabbi Fisher? Like, that was so amazing. That's not fair. I am truly honored and deeply grateful to Cosmos for this recognition. To be acknowledged by a coalition that is grounded in service, faith, and community means more than I can put words. This award is not just a personal honor. It represents the power of what happens when we choose collaboration over division and understanding over assumption. In a time when our communities are often pushed to margins or spoken about rather than listened to, this coalition continues to lead with courage, compassion, and clarity of purpose. What I admire most of your work is the commitment to unity, bringing together diverse voices, cultures, and lived experiences, while remaining rooted in shared values of justice, dignity, and care for one another. That kind of leadership doesn't just build programs, it builds trust. And trust is a foundation of lasting change. I firmly believe that our collective strength lies in our ability to show up for one another, even and especially when it's difficult. When we stand together across faiths, backgrounds, and communities, we send a powerful message that belonging is not conditional and that our shared humanity is stronger than any force that seeks to divide us. I am committed to continuing this work alongside you, to amplifying voices, building bridges, and creating spaces where people feel seen, heard, and valued. I look forward to deepening our relationship and partnership and working closely with you and your members. Thank you again for this honor, for your leadership, and for example you set every day through your service in South Florida. May we continue to walk this path together with purpose, unity, and hope, because we need it, y'all. Thank you, and peace to you all. I told you I was going to share.
That morning, she should have been at City Hall, leading. Instead, her empty chair set off alarm bells that would lead police to a horrifying discovery. Officers arrive at the Bowen home. A welfare check. They knock. No answer. They force their way inside. What they find in the upstairs bedroom stops them in their tracks. Nancy's body, wrapped in blankets, stuffed into garbage bags, hidden away like evidence of crime. Because that's exactly what it was. Investigators pieced together what happened. 3 shotgun blasts. A pillow allegedly used to muffle the sound. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, 40 years old, becomes a focus of the investigation. Then comes a call that breaks the case wide open. Stephen's uncle dials 911, his voice shaking. The message he delivers is bone-chilling. Stephen confessed. He told his uncle he killed Nancy the night before.
Police say Mateo Bowen's husband, Stephen Bowen, shot and killed her Tuesday night. Bowen was arrested Wednesday. His uncle made a chilling call to 911.
Okay, my nephew, her husband, came to my house this morning and told me that he did something to her.
Okay, her
said,
husband?
Is he alive? He said no.
Her husband?
Yes.
That person who he allegedly confessed to then went to police. That person telling police that the suspect allegedly told him that he shot and killed his wife because he couldn't take it anymore.
The tragic discovery all came after the vice mayor failed to appear to a commission meeting Wednesday. Police said after text messages were made to her husband by the commission manager as to where she may be, investigators said Bowen responded, texted her. She's not picking up. Where is she? Her car is not at home. Investigators said Bowen confessed to his uncle that he shot his wife because he couldn't take it anymore. His uncle went to investigators who then made their way inside of the vice mayor's home. It's there she was found wrapped in a blanket and trash bags after being shot and killed.
March 31st. The evidence backs it up. Projectile damage found on the exterior of the home. The weapon. The cover-up attempt. The timeline. Stephen Bowen is arrested. The charges? Premeditated murder. Tampering with evidence. A rising political star. A woman who broke barriers and inspired thousands. Dead. Her husband accused of taking everything from her in a single violent night. If cases like this matter to you, if you believe Nancy's story deserved to be told, hit that subscribe button right now. We're just getting started, and the details of what happened that night are about to get even more disturbing. What do you think really happened here? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Earlier today, April 1st, 2026, we initiated an investigation into the well-being of Vice Mayor Nancy Mateo Bowen at approximately 10 a.m. this morning. The investigation, through investigative techniques, we arrived at her residence at around the 800 block of Northwest 127th Ave. Once at the residence, we did locate the body of a deceased black female that we identified as Vice Mayor Nancy Mateo Bowen. This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody. There are no additional suspects at this time, and there are no immediate threats to anyone in the public. I want to say thank you to Broward Sheriff's Office, Fort Lauderdale PD, and Plantation PD for their assistance in this investigation so far. As a reminder, all following correspondences will be releasing related to the incident through coralsprings.gov/incident. And as a reminder, this is an active investigation. Therefore, I'm unable to provide any further details at this time and cannot answer any questions. At this time, I'd like to invite Commissioner Josh Simmons up to the podium to say a few words.
Mr. Bowen, good morning, sir. You're charged with 1 count first-degree premeditated murder. You're also charged with 1 count tampering with or fabricating physical evidence.
55 seconds. That's how long the bond hearing lasted this morning for Stephen Bowen. Standing silent, his lawyer does the talking. Murder and messing with physical evidence are the charges.
Good afternoon, everyone, or evening. Usually I love speaking at press conferences and talking to reporters, but this is not one of those days. Nancy was our colleague, and I'm speaking on behalf of our entire commission. Nancy was our colleague. That was our battle buddy. She had such a good heart. She truly cared about people. Even when people were saying some of the most horrible things about her and us, she still cared, rolled up her sleeves, went to every event that she could go to because she truly cared about people and making sure people had a relationship with their elected officials. And for anyone that knows me, they know that I can tend to be a little like an attack dog, and I was very protective of her. I would not let people mistreat her or talk to her any kind of way just because she decided to serve the people. And so my heart is extremely heavy. My soul is heavy. My heart is broken. We are just normal people. And to have to go home and deal with things, that's what we do. We come back out every single day and we work for the people. Our commission is incomplete. Our commission is incomplete. And we know that time is going to move and time is going to do its thing. But for us that are in this city, in the city hall, that have been touched or impacted by Vice Mayor Nancy Bowen, that is something, that is a loss that is going to take a lot of time to deal with. To the media, thank you for being here, but I am going to ask you one simple request. Do not turn this into a circus. Do not barrage our office trying to get answers. You have been given instructions. Please follow them. We are truly grieving right now. Our city will come together as we always do. Nancy, I loved you. You're my big sister. I was always happy to see you at all the events we went to together. I just saw you this past Saturday. Didn't think that would be the last time I got to talk to you. So I'll say to everyone here, go home, hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, be close to them. I am praying for her family, who's dealing with yet another unimaginable tragedy. So please keep them in your prayers as well.
To say today is a very dark day for us in Coral Springs is an understatement. There are no words that can truly capture the depth of this loss or the pain this organization and community are now dealing with as a result of this senseless tragedy. What's worse is the tremendous grief that her family must endure. And if you knew Nancy, her family was everything. Vice Mayor Mateer gave us so much of herself to our city. She wasn't just a leader, she was the light in every room that she entered. She was a steady voice in difficult times, a compassionate soul who lifted others up, and a friend to so many. Our hearts are truly broken. We know this brings shock and sorrow, and we are taking the necessary steps as city employees to be with those that are affected. We have our behavioral health access program for our employees, for our healing, as we do this together. We ask the community to grieve with us. We are one family, one organization, one community, and we come together at these times. Please hold each other close as we mourn. And in closing, I want to say that we're going to keep her light even in the darkest of days like today. We're here for one another. We're here for our community. Thank you.
Hundreds of people got together tonight at Coral Springs City Hall to honor Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer Bowen. The 38-year-old was found dead in her home after police say her husband shot and killed her. Tonight, we're also hearing the 911 call made by the husband's uncle. CBS News Miami's Abby Dodge is your reporter live in Coral Springs. Abby, what was the message her friends wanted to share?
Lauren, there was a common call to action tonight. City leaders and friends are asking anyone who knew her to live like Nancy. Through grief and tears, friends of Nancy Mateer Bowen shined a light on her legacy. They say it's one of compassion, exemplified by the number of people who showed up tonight.
It means a lot. It means to show you who Nancy was to so many of us.
The Mateer family had a front row seat to the outpouring of love, which came with a flood of emotion.
Grieve how you gotta grieve.
Her family has been dealing with this pain for days. Police say Mateer Bowen's husband, Stephen Bowen, shot and killed her Tuesday night. Bowen was arrested Wednesday. His uncle made a chilling call to 911.
Okay, my nephew, her husband, came to my house this morning and told me that he did something to her.
Okay, her
said,
husband?
Is he alive? He said no.
Her husband?
Yes.
But those who gathered tonight want to remember her life, not her death. Mateer Bowen was not only a leader, but a mentor.
Nancy showed me what it truly means to advocate, not to speak but to stand, and not to care but to also act.
For those already in office, they reflected on what could have been, presenting her family with a flag flown at the Capitol.
Nancy was always for the people. She never postured. This was never about her. It was about her community.
As the first Black and Haitian American woman on the city commission, her presence and now absence is felt countywide.
I would like to tell you thank you for your daughter.
As the memories flashed by, her community is grieving its light. The mayor told me earlier today when we were speaking that he does plan to hold a walk in her honor tomorrow at 2 p.m. It's going to be at Peace Garden, which is near the Art Museum here in Coral Springs. Live from Coral Springs, Abby Dodge, CBS News.
Yesterday was an incredibly difficult and surreal day for our community. Vice Mayor Nancy Mateer was my right hand. She was more than a colleague. She was a dear friend, a leader, and a true light in our city. She believed deeply in bringing people together and lifting them up. She stood up for what she believed, and she fought hard for our city. Nancy's impact goes far beyond her title. Whether she was advocating for sustainability, families, or simply taking the time to listen to someone, she showed us what a true public servant looks like. My heart is with her family, her loved ones, and everyone who had the privilege of knowing her. We ask you to please keep them in your thoughts and respect their privacy during this unimaginable time. Coral Springs will carry her spirit forward in the work that we do and the way we care for one another and the way we show up for one another. Nancy, We will carry you by our side in everything we do. The City Commission and I will not be the same without you. We're going to miss you dearly, Nancy, and we will continue to honor you and your memory. God bless.
Stephen Bowen sits in jail tonight, charged with premeditated murder, charged with tampering with evidence, held without bond. He's 40 years old, the man who stood beside Nancy Metayer Bowen as she climbed the ranks of Florida politics. And now, the man accused of ending her life inside their own home. The legal system will take its course. Trials, evidence, testimonies. But for Nancy, none of that brings her back. So let's talk about what we know. And more importantly, what this case reveals. Here's what investigators uncovered. There were no prior domestic violence calls to the Bowen home. Not one. No police reports. No documented incidents. And yet, authorities are treating this as a domestic violence homicide. Because here's the truth. Abuse doesn't always leave a paper trail. In the months leading up to Nancy's death, the couple was dealing with stress, a legal dispute with their homeowners association over unpaid fees, financial pressure, the kind of tension that builds in a household quietly until something snaps. But did anyone see it coming? Could anyone have known? That's the haunting part. Nancy was in the public eye, a vice mayor, a leader, someone visible, active, engaged, and still what was happening inside her home stayed hidden. This brings up an important question. Have you ever witnessed warning signs in your own community that went ignored? What state or country are you watching from? Let me know in the comments below. Let's zoom out for a second, because Nancy's story isn't just about one tragedy. It's about a reality too many people face. Domestic violence doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're a vice mayor or a private citizen. It doesn't care if you're successful, educated, or respected. It finds its way into homes across every neighborhood, every income level, every background. And it hides. It thrives in silence. Nancy Metayer Bowen was a public figure. She led city commission meetings. She shook hands at community events. She was planning a run for Congress, for crying out loud. And yet, no one knew what was happening behind her front door. That's the insidious nature of domestic violence. Victims can seem strong, capable, in control, because they are, but strength in public doesn't always equal safety in private. The absence of 911 calls, that doesn't mean there was no danger. It means the danger stayed hidden, controlled, contained, until it wasn't. We have to do better. We have to check on people, not just the ones who seem to be struggling, but the ones who seem fine. The high achievers, the leaders, the people who look like they have it all together. Because sometimes the people who need help the most are the ones who've learned to hide it the best. Financial stress, legal disputes, mounting pressure. These things don't excuse violence. Not ever. But they can be warning signs. They can be the cracks where danger seeps through. And we need to recognize them. We need to speak up. We need to intervene before it's too late. For Nancy, it's already too late. She broke barriers. She was the first Black and Haitian American woman on the Coral Springs City Commission. The first. That's not just a title. That's a legacy. She opened doors that had been closed for too long. She represented communities that had been silenced. She built a path for others to follow. A congressional run was on her horizon. More barriers to break. More progress to make. More lives to impact. That's what should define Nancy Metayer Bowen's story. Not just the way it ended, but the way she lived, the battles she fought, the ground she broke, the people she inspired. Her community lost a trailblazer. Coral Springs lost a leader. And her family lost someone they can never replace. Stephen Bowen will face a courtroom. Prosecutors will present their case. A jury will decide his fate. But Nancy doesn't get a trial. She doesn't get a second chance. She doesn't get to see the future she was building. This case is a stark reminder. Domestic violence is an epidemic. It claims victims regardless of who they are, what they've achieved, or how much they contribute to the world. And it will keep claiming victims until we stop looking away. Until we stop assuming that success means safety. Until we stop waiting for someone else to intervene. Nancy Metayer Bowen's life mattered. Her work mattered. Her voice mattered, and this story matters. If it moved you, hit that like button and share this video. Subscribe because we tell the stories that need to be heard. We honor the victims. We ask the hard questions. And we never stop shining a light on the truth. Thank you for watching. Stay aware, stay safe, and never stop speaking up.